Hello Cricut friend, I'm here to help you turn your Cricut Design Space designs into a PNG with a transparent background. And don't we wish that there was just an export as PNG button? Well, there isn't. So here I am, and there are a few different ways of being able to do this, but in other methods I've seen the quality of the PNG is quite low. So whether you want to make stickers that you can easily print and cut without opening the whole file, or whether you want to make stickers to share with friends or to sell, we really do need a high quality, transparent background PNG. I want you to know that you do need to have some patience when you're going through this process for the first time. But two things. First of all, I am going to share a printable guide with you with all of the steps that you need. And secondly, just know it gets so much easier. The first time you do this, it might look like a lot of steps, but then after a few times, it'll be second nature. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so here are my completed sticker designs. So whether you've made stickers like these with clip art or text or white offsets or not, that doesn't really matter, although I'll show you something with the white offsets soon. Now, next up, let's just see how much the width and the height is. So I've got 6.56 by 9.07. So I am going to create a rectangle around the outside of these, and it needs to go over the edge of the stickers, not touching them, but not too big where we can't just save this. So let's go to Shapes, Square. Here it is. So I'm going to change the size. Let's make the width maybe 6.7. Oops, 7. And maybe let's do 9.3. Let's move it to one side for now. While I've got this rectangle selected, I'm going to go to Offset and then choose Internal Offset. So that would either be moving the dial to the left. Can you see the offset's going to go on the inside? I am just going to make this 0.05 and apply. So now I've got two different rectangles. I'm going to select them both. They're both selected here. And I'm going to turn them into a frame instead. So let's go to Combine and Subtract. I can now move my frame over the top of my stickers. And in fact, if I change the color of the canvas, you'll actually see what those stickers really look like. I'm going to send my frame to the back. Oh, but first I'm going to select all of those sticker designs, and we can either flatten them together or we can attach them. That part doesn't really matter for this one. Now let's move that frame again. I'm going to select all my stickers and that frame and align everything in the center. Let's just nudge them. And if I zoom in, I want you to see that that black frame I've added is going outside the edge of all of them, but can you see it isn't touching any of them? It's a bit close there, but it isn't touching it, and that's really, really important. Okay, the next thing that is important is just clicking on that frame again, so it's this one here. Can you see that it's currently a basic cut? Now I need to change this to be a print then cut. I need it to show up on a printout, but I'm not actually printing. Bear with me. Let's now select the frame and the stickers again, and then we're going to just attach them together. And then go to Make, check everything looks good, and it does, so continue. And then I'm going to choose Send to Printer. I don't need to connect my machine. I'm not actually going to be printing. Instead, I've got a Windows computer, and I'm going to be doing this option, Microsoft Print to PDF. So if you're using a different computer or laptop, pick your Print to PDF option here. So can you see, because we changed that outline to a print then cut, we've got that black or grey rectangle there. So this is all going to make sense soon. Let's turn off Add Bleed. We do not want that on. And then click Print, and it's going to print this as a PDF. So choose where you want to save it, give it a name, and let's click Save. Next up, we're going to a website to turn that PDF into a PNG. And the website is called PDF to PNG. There are a few different ones to choose from. Now, it is going to turn it into a PNG with a white background, but then I'll move on to the step to show you how to make that background transparent. So let's click Upload Files and find that PDF that we just saved. Here it is, double click. When it's finished uploading, we can then download it, and it'll be downloaded in a zip folder. Let's click Download to open that zip. Now I'm going to drag and drop this into the folder that I want to save it in. So can you see it's given it the same name but just added a dash and a 1 at the end? So let's move that into here and then open that folder. And now I'll open it to show you what it looks like. So you can see here I've got my normal Cricut registration marks. I've got that dark grey frame around the outside, I've got my sticker designs, but then I've got this kind of black line around each of them. And we don't want that. That isn't going to look great when it comes to printing these out, because even if this had a transparent background, chances are that that black line might end up being printed on a sheet when you actually print them off. Or if you're selling stickers, your customer is not going to want that black line there either. I'll close that for now and we'll move on to the next step. Okay, next up, we need to do something about getting rid of those black lines. And to do that, I'm going to actually cut them off. Let's click cancel. And then, yep, we want to cancel the cut and then cancel again. So we go back to the canvas. I'm going to detach that frame from those stickers. And then for now, let's just hide that frame. So I've only got my stickers here. I am going to add an internal offset. And the internal offset is going to go slightly inside the outside edge of each of the stickers. So I've clicked on my stickers and I'm clicking offset. And to have it be an internal offset instead of being external like you can see on the outside edge, I'm going to change it first of all to have a minus. And I'm going to go with a tiny one, so maybe 0.02 inches and apply. It doesn't look like much has happened except the offset is there and it looks like it's covering the stickers altogether, but it isn't. I'll show you that. If I just change the canvas color, maybe to that one, can you see we can see the white outside edge of those stickers peeking through? Now I'm going to click on those stickers and just hide them. Don't delete them. I would be really sad if you accidentally deleted all your beautifully designed stickers. So we're only hiding them here. So we only have this offset now left on the canvas. But before you do anything else, I want you to just bring back that frame. So let's click on hide on that one. Let's now select the offset and that frame, and I'm going to attach them both together and then click make. And we'll do the same thing as before. We're going to save this as a PDF. So send to printer, Microsoft Print to PDF, turn off the bleed. That's really important. Print. Let's give it a new name because this is known as a Blackout file. And then done. And now let's do the same as before by turning that new black PDF into a PNG. I'll upload it here. Make sure it's the Blackout one. Let's download it and then open the zip folder. And then drag that new one into my folder. Now, next up, here I am in the Pixlr website. So I pay, I think, maybe $5 or definitely less than $10 a month for this, but of course the price may have changed since I signed up. And I'm quite sure they still have an option to use this website a few times a day, I think, for free. Don't take my word for it though, do double check. But this is a website that I like to use to be able to make that white background of the PNG a transparent one instead. Now, if you're confused at this point, please don't worry, it will make sense as I go along with the steps. But there are a few steps to be able to turn that Cricut design into a PNG with a transparent background. We're going to click Open Image and we're going to add that new PNG version of the sticker design. So Open Image. It's this one here, the PNG. And next up, I'm going to add a layer on the top, and that is going to be the PNG of that Blackout file. So let's go to Layer, Add Image as Layer. It's this one with the 1 at the end. Double click. Okay, now it was really important for me to add that frame around the outside of my stickers so that the total width and the total height of the Blackout is exactly the same as the stickers below. So let's move that back into the center. I'm going to click now here on the One Select option. And next click anywhere on the white section inside that frame. So on the right hand side, can you see here this little preview? If I now click delete on my keyboard, it's now changed it to black. I can now click delete here. So don't click on anything else, just click delete there. And then I want you to unlock the size lock and hit delete again on your keyboard. We're nearly there. Anywhere that you can see this check background, that is going to be transparent. But now we want to get rid of all the rest. So let's next click on that dark grey frame, make sure that that is the only thing flashing. And let's just hit delete once on your keyboard. That's all you need to do there. Next up, I want to make sure I get rid of these registration marks. And to do that, if I go over here on the right and click on Marquee Select, I can now draw a box around the registration marks that I want to delete. So let's draw around those top ones and then just click delete on my keyboard. Can you see? Now let's do the same thing, but down the side there. Delete on the keyboard. Same with these. I know there are a few steps here, but it's well worth it if you've designed something in Cricut that you want to turn into a PNG. Delete. I'm going back to my wand select, and I'm going to click on the leftover white sections and then click delete. Same with this one. Okay, and now we can save our PNG. If I click away, I'm just going to have one quick check. Does everything look good? Are there any white lines or white marks anywhere on that checked background? Nope, everything looks great. So let's click File and then Save. And then Save As, but first just make sure it's going to be a PNG with a transparent background, so Save As. Choose where you're going to save it, and I am going to make this say Final at the end, so I know that's the final one, and Save. Okay, it's the moment of truth. Has this actually worked? Let's go to my files. I'm going to double click on the final one. It's going to open it up in Paint, but now I can see I've got that checked background where everything's transparent, and I've got my stickers here with a white clean offset, and they all look perfect. Now, all of those steps we followed will become much quicker when you've done it a few times, and I know it's really helpful to have written instructions. So if you do want to download my written instructions, then just go to mimjenkinson.com/Cricut PNG. I will link it below for you too. But let's actually test to see if this worked out. And to do that, I'm going to upload this file into Cricut. I want to make sure that those little black lines around the stickers are definitely not there. So let's go back to Cricut. I can cancel this cut. Cancel. In fact, I'm just going to open a new window and a new project. Let's upload that PNG. So upload, upload image, browse and find where you've saved it. There's mine, the final one. Let's click Continue. And then Apply and Continue, Flat Graphic and Continue, and then Upload. Now it always brings it in at a different size, either too small or too big. So if I just go back to my offset version, which is this one here, and I'll just detach it and click on the offset layer only, the width of this one is 6.519. So I'm going to go back here and change the width of this one, so make sure the lock is locked to 6.519, and that has now made that the perfect width and height. Now we've got this yellow warning here, and it says that it might print at a low resolution. I get this whenever I upload a PNG, and rarely is that the case, so I'm going to choose to ignore it. Now everything looks good, but white on white is difficult to see. So what I'm going to do is just remove those grid lines, and that'll make it easier first of all. So I'm going to click on this corner here until they've gone. And can you see there are no black lines? Everything looks great. In fact, if I change the color of the canvas again, everything looks perfect. And you would literally now follow the same steps to print and cut these stickers as if you'd uploaded any PNG printable. I would go to Make, and then Continue. I'd connect my machine and then print these in the usual way, and then choose whether you want to die cut them or kiss cut them. I hope you loved learning how you can turn your Cricut designs into a PNG with a transparent background. Now I know there are a few steps there that you really need to master, and practice is going to make perfect with this. The more times you follow this process, the easier and faster it will become. And don't forget, I've created a step-by-step guide for you too. So just go to mimjenkinson.com/Cricut PNG to get those steps that you can follow. Stay tuned for more Cricut tips and sticker making hacks. And if you have any requests or videos, comment below and let me know. And I will see you in the next video.